there, chicas!
Welcome to Chicuz Radio, where two cousins share their journey of self love, personal growth, and adulting in general. We are your hosts, Chelsea,
And Aika!
inviting you to join us in this week's episode.
Tara! Let's make chica! Okay.
Welcome back to the show!
Yeah!
Yes.
Woo! Welcome back! It's episode
Pang
5.
ilan na natin? Episode 5. Pagod na
Yes!
ako, girl.
Episode 5 pa lang. Kaya natin to. Come on, let's do this.
Pagod
Woo!
na si ate mo, girl. Wala pang mid-season. Okay, before we start the show, what are you grateful for this week, cuz?
Okay. Ang daming okay. So for me, what I'm grateful for this week is having a reminder that dreams do come true.
Oh.
Sobrang natuwa talaga ako because I saw this post and I saw that this guy, he actually made his childhood dream come true. Alam mo ba yung mga pinopost nila na someday or one day to day one, yung caption? Yun yung usual caption nila when they're already like working in their dream job, if they already have their like dreams. I think it started with this girl from Disney. Then she posted that she like has a picture of her before that she's saying that one day she'll work for Disney, and then the other picture shows that it's her day one working for Disney. So yeah, it's nice to be reminded from time to time that with hard work and faith, we can actually make all our dreams come true. Ikaw
Ang ganda.
naman.
Ang ganda. Actually, ang alam ko lang na quote,
Mhm.
quote, parang ano siya, nakita ko siya sa isang notebook, tas ang nakalagay, one day or day one.
Oh, yeah. It's similar
Yun.
to
Baka
that.
dun siya galing. Baka dun siya
Oo.
galing. Speaking of dreams coming true, for me, what I'm grateful for this week and what I'm really happy about is that my friends, their dreams are coming true.
Wow.
Their dreams of settling down and getting married, finding the right partner for them. And I'm super, super grateful to the universe kasi they found the right partner who will take care of them. And then super natuwa ako kasi I have two friends who are settling down na. Well, yung isa, she settled down. They got married last week. And
Wow,
then
congrats.
and then this is in the same barkada. So
Oh, cute.
yung ano namin, parang panic namin in setting up a bachelorette and bachelor's party ganyan online. So, yun. The second one, she's getting married next week. And yung partner niya, gumawa ng group chat with us, yung girlfriends niya. Wala dun yung wala din yung bride.
Okay.
Tapos he messaged us, sabi niya, hindi man ako perfect, pero promise, aalagaan ko siya. Tapos parang, oh, girl!
Oh! Pa-order naman po ng isang ganyan, Lord. Pahingi pong isa.
So, grabe, sobrang, sige na, go, get married.
Ang cute, no? Ang sweet ng mga ganong couples.
Which is actually ang ironic pala nung something to be grateful for ko. Because our topic for this week is all about being single and independent.
Yes, being single and independent, because by the time this episode will be uploaded, it's Independence Day for the Philippines. Yeah, happy Independence Day, Philippines.
So we decided to have an episode all about being single and independent because we really think that it's worth celebrating, not just in the, historical national level, but also celebrating singlehood.
In our
And
personal lives.
yes, exactly. Thanks for that.
Okay.
So, before we start sharing our learnings from being single and independent, let us share first where are we coming from? Ano ba yung mga experiences namin? Um, how come we can share these learnings to you? So, I'll go first, cuz.
Okay, go.
Yes. So, for me, I was single for 23 years. I was happily single. I really enjoyed my time. Parang my entire college life, when all of my friends have boyfriends during that time, I was the only one na wala. As in, pito kami sa barkada, ako lang yung wala. Tapos every after class, parang sila they would plan with their boyfriends
Mhm.
or syempre may susundo sa kanila sa lanay. Nako, yung mga taga-MC dyan, shout out. Yung may waiting area kasi sa Miriam. Tapos syempre yun yung hintayan ng mga Jowa Bells.
Oh, bawal pumasok?
Oo, bawal pumasok doon sa building. Doon lang sila.
Ah, okay.
So, yung lanay na yun, parang may mga benches doon. Tapos,
Okay.
yun, dun yung pick-up point ng ah, yung mga school bus, ganyan.
Mhm.
So, dun din yung pick-up point ng mga magjowa.
Ang cute!
Oo, tapos syempre sikat ka kapag ano, pag may lalaking nagsundo sa'yo dun, ganon.
Hello, mga taga-Ateneo ba 'yan?
Parang di naman.
Hindi ba kapitbahay lang?
Di, isang myth yun na dapat i-debunk. Hindi totoo yun.
Okay, sorry, hindi ko kasi alam kasi yung mga friends ko wala ring nilligawang from Miriam.
O, di ba?
Oo,
Hindi
totoo.
talaga totoo yun na pag nag-MC ka, kapitbahay mo lang yung Ateneo, so Atenista yung magiging jowa mo. No, no, no.
Ako nga taga-Ateneo, hindi nga ako nagkaroon ng jowang taga-Ateneo. Kumusta naman
Di.
'yun? Anyway, okay, go.
So, hindi kami bitter ha. Nakakatawa lang talaga siya kasi, alam mo yun, kami yung silent observer during those times. Kasi kami yung single. So, yun nga, sikat ka kapag may jowa na nagsusundo sa'yo dun sa lanay, ganyan. Tapos ako, uwi na ako, bye. Diretso sa pila ng trike, gano'n. Tapos diretso na ako uwi, ganyan. And then, pag may mga birthday party, syempre nung college, yun yung season ng debut, ganyan. Or
Yes.
pag birthday party dahil college na, syempre inuman party or sa bar, ganon. Syempre mga plus one nila, mga jowa nila, tapos yung plus one ko yung kapatid ko. Yes!
Woo, shout out.
Shout
Shout out
out
ever.
kay Chase! Pero na-enjoy ko siya, sobra, as in, yun, na-enjoy ko siya until I worked in the corporate yun nga, sa real world. And yun din, kung akala mo magkakajowa ka na pagdating mo sa work, ay girl, yung first work ko after college, ako lang mag-isa sa office. Literal.
Wow! Sana nag-work from home ka na lang.
So, di ba? Yung dalawang boss ko lang yung kasama ko, tas ako, saan ka pa? Single talaga, kahit sa office, Pero, hindi ako, never kong na-feel na, well, there were days, yes. I'll be honest. There were days before na I'll feel lonely. But instead of sulking dun sa feeling of loneliness, it was a sign for me to maybe I should explore a place or maybe I should get out from my routine para may excitement naman na mangyari sa buhay ko, ganyan. So that's when I think, or that's how I decided to also try things like exploring museums on my own. Um, as in, pinlano ko yon na parang every week, I started with pinto art. 'Di ba,
Nice.
pag uwi mo pa nga nun, dinala kita ng pinto art.
Oo.
Kasi I discovered it on my own. O, 'di ba?
Wow, congrats.
And then, that's also when I started, yun nga, I started doing things, finding hobbies on my own. And that's when I got into hiking.
Mhm.
And that's how I found my partner.
He's the one. Woo!
Doon
Wow.
pala papunta. Wala, kinikilig siya.
Patingin nga ng mukha, patingin nga. Patingin nga ng kilig na yan. Ang
Kasi ako
cute.
naglalaro ko. Wala. Hindi ka naman namumula, pero yung ngiti mo nandito.
Ang cute.
So, I can say naman na I learned a lot kasi I I gave in to that singlehood. Eh. Hindi ko siya kinontra na inaccept ko in-enjoy ko yung pagiging single. And yun. How about you, Cuz? Ikaw talaga yung epitome of single and
Wow.
independent. Kasi
Grabe naman sa
literally,
epitome.
single ka, tapos independent na ikaw lang talaga mag-isa sa ibang bansa. Gusto ko yung ang likot ko Sorry sa mga nanonood sa YouTube.
Okay lang yan. Ano yan, animated. We're very animated. So, for me, well, before yung sa akin, gusto ko lang sabihin, I'm so proud of you. Kasi, inaccept mo agad yung pagiging single. Yung, you enjoyed it. Because, some people, it takes them years bago nila tanggapin yon. Kailangan nila na ginang someone. Alam mo yung mga tao na after one relationship, meron na silang other relationship. Ayun. Hindi ko sinasabi na bad yun I'm just saying na minsan, we really need to have that space before we enter another relationship para lang sa sarili natin, para lang mahalin natin yung sarili natin. So yun, I'm proud of you. And moving on sa akin, yung background ko nga is I came here sa Singapore. Uh, I don't have friends. So, the first few years, yun talaga yung goal ko. Hindi talaga siya to be in a relationship, but to work on myself, to have circle of friends. I really worked on knowing myself and building my social circle na I go out. So, I looked for organizations na pwede kong puntahan and to volunteer because my goal back then was to find my community here. That's one of the things na nakatulong talaga sa akin in knowing myself and accepting my singlehood. Kasi like those organizations helped me to meet the friends I have today. Alam mo yon, meron talaga siyang bridge of incidents. Another thing is, I also go out on dates. Oh, hello. Hello po sa aking family na hindi alam na lumalabas po ako on dates. But I do. I go out on dates as in online dating app. Kasi, I think we need to remove the stigma. Parang meron pa rin kasi stigma of dating apps nowadays. Which, hello, lahat yata ng friends ko doon nila na-meet yung love of their lives. So, it's just another way to meet people. Unconventional siya before, but I think now, it's already the norm.
Actually, I would just like to add, before I got into a relationship, I also tried using online dating apps. And nakatulong siya sa akin to know like what kind of person ba yung feeling kong gusto ko, ganun. Kasi before, it was just vague lang sa akin. Like sabi ko, sige, okay lang basta as long as mabait, may itsura, siguro nakakatawa, gano'n. Pero eventually, nung, yun nga, I allowed myself meeting new people through the dating apps. I eventually figured out na parang nag-ano ko, elimination, yon elimination method na, parang ayoko pala ng ganito.
Yes.
Ayoko pala ng, ang bilis naman masyado nito, ayoko nito. Mga ganon.
Oo.
Alam mo yun din yung wonders of singlehood na when you actively go on dates, you get to know what you really want. Ang hirap nga kasi kung it's still an abstract thing. Yan nga, mabait, okay na yung ganon. Pero eventually, nung nag-start ka, yun nga, when you're seeing other people, ma-figure out mo na, hindi pala, gusto ko pala to.
Mhm.
Gusto ko pala ng ganyan. Ayoko pala nito, ayoko pala ng ganyan.
Yes. So in short,
Nakakatulong talaga siya.
in
Tulong
short,
pa.
one of the main benefits of singlehood is pwede kang manlandi ng kahit na sinong gusto mo. Yun. So go, make landi. Go.
Yes.
We support. So, because we're celebrating singlehood, what are your top benefits? Can I say
Mm-hmm.
benefits of being single and independent?
Or something that we really enjoyed, no? In
Yes.
being single and independent. Well, for me, I really enjoyed doing things on my own. Like, my parents used to tell me na, hindi ka ba natatakot or hindi ka ba nabobored going to the mall on your own, watching a movie on your own? Na nagtataka ako kasi they were really impressed. Like, it was something grand. Alam mo
Uncommon.
yun? Parang, oo, parang it was something na
It's unusual.
Olympic gold medal. Grabe.
Grabe naman sa Olympic
Really?
gold medal.
So yun nga, I really enjoyed doing things on my own, like watching a movie on my own, going to a new place for the first time na hindi driving, but nag-commute ako going to that place on my own. So, how about you?
Well, yun nga rin. Same. I think it's really being single independent. The main benefit of it is really having the freedom in terms of we decide how to spend our time and our emotions. So, for example, like sa'yo nga, you went and watch a movie on your own and you traveled on your own na wala kang iniisip na ibang tao. You just do whatever you want based on your own terms. So, I think that is one. So, for me, I'll be able to like sleep or take a nap whenever I want and do activities that make me happy. For example, I can like reorganize my room how many times I want because I can, and nobody will tell me why I'm reorganizing my room for the nth time. So that's one. And I can like watch any Netflix show I want. I can binge all the K dramas I want and not think about someone. Like, I'm gonna think kung nagugustuhan ba niya or nag-enjoy ba siya. Because it's just me. And I think one more is we can spend more time with our family and friends. Because when we're in a relationship, especially if we're married, we wouldn't have more time with our friends and our family anymore because our focus will be our kids and our husbands, 'di ba? Or
Mm-hmm.
sa relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend.
What's really impressive on your part is you're really single and literally independent. You're in a different country on your own, single and ready to make a
Yes, paki-shoutout naman diyan dun sa crush ko, charot. Nakikinig ba siya? Nakikinig po siya.
one day.
One day, si One Day, Day One.
One day.
Yeah, speaking to the universe.
Siguro, maybe yung day one natin, collab na with him. O,
Oh my
diba?
God. My God. Gusto ko yan. Sige, i-push pa
Let's
natin.
manifest that. Let's
Woo!
manifest that.
Okay, off topic na po siya.
Yes,
But
sorry.
yes,
But
that's
actually, it's something that you can freely enjoy when you're single. You know, dreaming things na,
yes.
alam mo yun, wala kang iniisip na ibang tao nga, as
Mhm.
you said, daydreaming with all the possibilities out there. And it's something na sobrang freeing, sobrang, you're just thinking something for yourself.
Yes, and actually, speaking of ano nga, dreams and being single, it just occurred to me na ang daling lumipat ng country if you're single. Kasi wala kang iniisip na iiwan mo. Or meron man, but you know that they're like always be there. Hindi like, kasi
Mm-hmm.
ang hirap kapag ano eh, pag kids mo or pag partner mo yung iiwan mo, 'di ba?
Sobra.
Parang nakakabaliw. But then if yung friends mo ganyan, you have more liberty to decide and make that jump from one day to day one.
Gusto ko yung nag-revolve, bumalik pa din dun eh.
Okay, sorry naman. Okay, what else aside from that? Aside from having the freedom in terms of time and emotions.
Something na connected dun sa what we just shared about, you know, enjoying things on your own, traveling on your own, experiencing life on your own. There's something really fulfilling when you're single and you're also on your journey of loving yourself.
Oh, okay. Explain.
'Di ba nga, ang ideal is for you to love yourself first before you love someone else or other people. It's freeing in a sense na when you're on your journey of loving yourself, kasi of course, you'll make mistakes. Kasi loving yourself is actually, ano yan eh, trial and error. 'Di ba? Trial and error lang naman yan na you figure out what works for you and things that don't work for you. And what's freeing about loving yourself or being on the journey of loving yourself when you're single is wala kang nasasaktan na tao along the way.
Yes, you're right. Because it's just you. You're discovering
Yes.
yourself on your own.
Unlike if you're already in a relationship and you're still, well, hindi naman natatapos yung journey of loving yourself. But if you start from nothing and then you're in a relationship na agad, ang hirap kasi sobrang maapektuhan yung other person. Did
Oo.
I make sense?
Yes, I agree with that. Well, actually, both have pros and cons. But
Mhm.
in our topic today, it's better that we learn to know ourselves more and deeper by ourselves first before we have someone else in our lives. Kasi nga, they are triggers eh. Our significant others, whether we like it or not, they are a reflection of us. Even sa psychology, sinasabi rin, di ba, na they bring out our past traumas, they bring out what's best in us also. So, if they bring out our past traumas, tapos hindi natin alam paano i-handle it on our own, ang mangyayari lang is we're gonna be like mad at them. Although hindi naman
Mm.
talaga sila yung problem. So, ang mangyayari, nasasaktan mo rin yung other person. For example, kung escapist ka nga. Hindi kita
Ouch.
tinitira. Joke lang eh. Pero example lang naman.
Pero true, true.
'Di ba? Kasi nga kung escapist ka and then the other person wants to talk about it, syempre he'll take it personally. That's the
Mm.
thing. Kasi significant other siya. So, hindi maiiwasan na he'll think na, "Oh, bakit meron ba akong nagawang masama? Bakit ganito?" Although hindi naman talaga. It's not
Mm.
about him. It's because you haven't figured it out on your own. And aside from that, Sorry, medyo ano lang 'to, aside from growing your character, you'll grow your money rin. Kasi
Wala kang
pinag
paggagastusan.
wala kang paggagastusan ng dates at ng gifts. So, yung money mo, you can spend it on yourself lang. Hmm,
May time ka to, spoil yourself.
yes, precisely.
Mhm. Hindi naman namin sinasabi na you have to be perfect na and have it all together before you go into a relationship. Other people say na you have to be complete
Yes.
before you go into a relationship.
Yes.
Um, for me, yun nga, I think nabanggit ko kanina na never-ending journey yung
Yes.
loving yourself and, completing yourself. Oo ba? Completing
Yes.
yourself. Hindi siya hindi siya natatapos eh. Pero ang point lang natin is I think the important thing lang is for you to have self-awareness. At least be self-aware, of the things that you enjoy and the things that you don't like. And yun nga, sabi mo, your triggers, your patterns. Be self-aware and try to love and accept yourself. Kasi
Yes.
when you love and accept yourself fully, you won't get yourself into a toxic relationship. You will know your non-negotiables and your negotiables, which is I think is really important before getting into a relationship.
So, yun nga, I agree naman din talaga sa sinabi mo that self-awareness is very important before you go into a relationship with a significant other. Because, as you've said, self-love is foundational. We won't be able to love other people if you don't love yourself. You will just go and search for toxic relationships. Kasi, ang tendency, if you don't love yourself enough and you're not self-aware enough, magbibigay at magbibigay ka lang. Or kukuha ka at kukuha ka lang. Which is not,
Extremes.
yes, it'll be extremes, which is not what a relationship is. It should go hand in hand. 'Di ba? They always say that you need to be happy nga rin on your own so that you'll be happier together. Because if
Mm-hmm.
not, if you're both miserable, you'll just be both miserable together. Ma-amplify lang yung kung ano yung beliefs mo, kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. Yun. Pwede, we're not saying na na don't go out on a date. You can
Mm-hmm.
go out on dates, which is actually a good way to know yourself then.
So before we wrap things up, do you have any last advice sa mga kachikas natin out there who's single?
Okay. For my last advice, if you feel lonely that you're single, okay lang i-feel mo lang siya. Like for one day kung gusto mo or until maximum 3 days, feel the loneliness and then get back up and love yourself more. Yun kasi talaga yon. You won't have anyone else aside from yourself. So might as well love yourself more every day and
Mm-hmm.
be better. And actually, ay dalawa pala sila. And then one more, find a happy crush. Go find a happy crush para kung nalulungkot ka, 'di ba? Panoorin mo lang yung happy crush mo. Kikiligin ka na o kaya i-DM mo, malay mo minsan nagsisimula lang 'yan sa DM. So go.
Yes.
Ikaw
Or
naman.
write a poem for them.
Alam mo 'pag narinig niya 'to, alam na niyang siya 'yun. Hindi nga natin siya binanggit, but he knows.
One day.
Day one.
Day one.
Yes.
Someday day one. So
Ha.
for me, ang advice ko naman sa mga kachikas natin dyan na single is to spoil yourself. Sobrang thankful ako na I went through that singlehood na ganun yung pacing na when I started earning for myself, sulong-sulo ko yung earnings ko for myself. And yun, spoil yourself, buy yourself a wardrobe na, you'll feel na you'll be your best self. Travel, learn new things like how to do your own makeup, na yun nga, that will give you that extra boost of confidence para when you meet the right one, kaya mo siyang maakit. De joke lang.
And that's a wrap. That's how we end this episode. May kinikilig na naman, no?
Sorry. May shake
Kilig
na
na,
ng head.
kilig na naman po yung isa dyan. Aha.
That's a wrap. Sorry, sobrang chill ng episode natin this week, but I really, really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed having Chikahan with us. And that's for this week's episode. We hope this episode is helpful for you in any way. If you have questions, suggestions, and comments, feel free to tag us at Chicas Radio in Instagram and Twitter.
Also, if you want to join the conversation, head on to our Facebook group. That's Chicas Radio. It's CHICUZ Radio. And see you there. And thank you for listening. As always, we appreciate you. And let's make Chica again soon. Paalam!
Bye!